Hi, Empress. Hi, Empress. Is there a black stuff on the screen, or am I the one just seeing it that way? Is there a black stuff? Are you seeing this? Is it visible? Am I visible? Like, okay. I think it's no longer there. I think it's the app or something. Okay. Okay. I have a question to ask you. By the way, before I even tell you, congratulations. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. So, your first question says, what is Christopher's feelings for me and actions? So if you want to ask his next action, that would be like another question. That would be like question number two. Okay. So instead, let's ask what are his thinking and feelings about you? Okay, yeah, you said yes. The question I wanted to ask you is, hi Celestia, how are you doing? So the question I want to ask you, Empress Carmen, is um, are you spiritual yourself? Because you told me this person is a pastor, right? Okay. All right, let's see your first question. What I was thinking of feelings about you, okay? Um, well, it's very good that you're actually like trying to meet new people. So, what are Christopher's feelings, thinking and feeling about you? What's Christopher thinking and feeling about you? Hi, if you're coming here for the first time, this is a paid reading section, okay? If you want to donate, please use the link in one of the links in the description box. Okay. I respect God no matter what you believe. God. Okay, the reason why I'm asking if you're spiritual yourself is because um most times people like people who are like pastors, prophets, spiritualists, their energy, if the person is real, okay, like if the person is truly called, their energy vibrates, like their energy actually vibrates with more with people who are spiritual, like people who are like in their vibration, if that makes sense. So let's see what is thinking and feeling is towards you. Be careful. This is the reason why I ask you if you're spiritual. But it's good that you're here. Okay? Um, it's good that you're here. I'm coming. Empress Carmen, can I do another card for your second question? What are his intentions? I really need to see what his intentions are before I tell you what I'm getting. Okay? Alright, so we do his intentions. Alright, Spirit, please show me Christopher's intentions towards Carmen. Can you please show me his intentions towards Carmen? Please show me his intentions towards Carmen. Tell me about the ten of wands, please. Tell me about the ten of wands. How will Carmen feel in this connection? How will she feel in this connection? All right, your first card is the Five of Swords. Okay, I am not really vibing to this energy. Um, this card coming for the first card is not really a very good energy to me. Okay, so I asked about his thinking and feeling towards you. You got the Five of Swords as your first card, the Eight of Wands as your second card. Okay, and Page of Cups as your third card. You have the Chariot as your um, fourth, and then you have the Hangman. Okay, so one thing I want to let you know is that he's interested in you. Okay, he's interested in you right now. He's interested in talking to you. He's interested in getting to know you. He may see you as somebody who is very, very like um, you know, like a very tender person, basically. Okay, but personally, I do see him as somebody who is a little bit immature. Either this person is younger than you, or they are just immature in some aspects. Okay, and um, for the five of swords and the chariot card, I don't like this combination because this person makes this person looks competitive. Okay, so I'm seeing some kind of competitive energy in him. Um, I also see that he's somebody who wants to take charge, like you know, very very focused on his own mission in life. Okay, which is not too bad, but I feel like this looks like his bad side. Okay, everybody have their good side and their bad side. So um do you want me to be very 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 honest with you? What I'm you know you want me to be very honest with you, completely really honest with you? I do see this, but I feel he desires but I feel his desires for me. I'm coming to that. Yes, he's focused on his spiritual. I'm coming to that. So before I talk about this, let me talk about his intentions towards you. Before I tell you how I feel about this, that's why I asked you before the reading. I think I asked you before the reading if you're spiritual, to meet him in his spirituality, okay? But hold on. His intentions towards you is the King of Cups, okay? But then he still has the Two of Swords. So I see him, and then you have, look at this, you have the um, Ace of Wands. So he may feel like he wants to get to know you, he wants to be in love with you, like his intention is wanting to get close to you when it comes to your emotions, get close to you when it comes to, you know, um, oh, I told you the King of Cups is coming. Okay. So his intentions is to, get close to you emotionally, get close to you intimately as well. Okay. But right now, I don't feel like he's decided whether he wants to really like be with you or not. Um he's trying to like, he's trying to get to know you for now. Okay. But um funny enough, you are the queen of cups as well. You're the queen of cups. But there are some downside I'm seeing here, and you know, get to know him, but let me tell you who he is. So yeah, he's a nice person. He is interested in getting to know you. Although this is somebody who can ghost, like, I don't feel like you should be all in this relationship yet, or jump into a relationship with him yet, because he has an undertone of being like competitive. He's a very competitive person, extremely competitive, and you know he he can ghost people as well. If he feels like he's the type of person that, if he feels like he's not vibing to a woman, instead of telling them that okay, I'm done, he may just ghost them and everything will just die down. Okay, so that's part of who he is. Now, let me tell you something. He has a need for control, both physically and spiritually. He feels like it is duty to control whatever woman is going to be with him, both physically and spiritually. I do not know how far he's going to go spiritually, because if somebody is trying to control you spiritually, then I feel like that's a little bit of a red flag, okay? But for now, I do not know how far he's willing to go, spiritually. And again, I was trying to see how you're going to feel in this relationship when you are with him, okay? I see the Nine of Wands, the Ten of Wands, and the Hermit. I do not want you to jump into this connection yet, because I feel an undertone of this guy being controlling, and I feel like um, there is some kind of, he may have some baggages that will weigh you down, in the future. So you have to be very, very careful with this person, okay? You have to you know you have to be very careful with this person. Honestly, you do have to be very careful with him. If you are not like, honestly, I feel like before you become, before you get into a relationship with a pastor, a spiritualist, and what have you, you need to know, you need to be confident in your own spiritual life, because those people are very powerful. Okay, some of them are very good, all right, but some of them have the need for control, especially spiritually, and that's a red flag. Okay, honestly, I'll tell you that's a red flag. Although I do not know what his spiritual intentions are for you, but I'm not liking this energy I'm seeing. All right, and I also do not like your energy, how you're going to feel in the energy. So it looks like there is a burden coming with him. There is a baggage coming with him that may weigh you down, because I mean your energy is coming up as the hermit, in this whole situation. Okay, so yes, he wants to get to know you. Yes, he wants to, he wants like emotional attachment, as well as sexual attachment with you. But please do not give him any sexual attachment until you know what he wants with you spiritually. You have to be very careful. You have to be very careful, okay? So that's what I'm saying in his intentions. For now, he does have some expectations, but he's not decided yet on what he wants to do with you, if that makes sense. Okay. A lot of women want him to, but men want me to. I think I think you should be praying about, the right person for you, right? Um, you should be praying about the right person for you. He's flirty, interesting. Of course, he's very like attracted to you. He's very attracted to you and wants intimacy. Okay, so before you give him that, make sure you get to know what he wants from you spiritually. All right, because spiritual people always want spiritual things. I'm telling you. That somebody is a pastor, someone is a spiritualist doesn't mean that they are the right person for you. Okay. Also, you need to also know that before someone besides somebody being a pastor or a spiritualist, that person also have their own personal characters. Okay. Yeah. But this thing, this is not encouraging. No. This is not encouraging at all. And for this energy to come as your first card, I'm not really feeling this energy that much. But my advice to you is to get to know him. All right, get to know him personally. Okay. All right. So, do you have what's your last question? The last question. What will happen? What will happen in my connection with Christopher? Okay. All right. So I'm gonna start with an oracle card, right? What will happen in your connection with Christopher? What will happen in your connection with Christopher? What will happen in your connection with Christopher? See what I'm saying? So I'm going to take this under the deck card. Please hold on. I'll be back. Okay. What will happen in your connection with Christopher? Ooh, oh my god, this one just fell out. Do you see how the cards are coming? I'll show you. Okay, so um and then you have two of swords under the deck. I'm going to take that. And look at this, you have a magician, but I'm not going to take that anyways. But look at this. So you have so this is a true emotional deck. You have round and round. Okay, so this card says circle triggers lessons, and then you have my way. Are you seeing that? This is the emperor card, and after that the emperor card came out. Do you see this emperor? This emperor is a very forceful one. Okay, all right. So, and this card is also very forceful. So this card says selfish, stubborn, arrogant, ego, pride. Then you have King of Cups, Four of Wands, Two of Swords. All right. How is it going to be in this relationship? It's going to give you, so with this ideally this King of Cups. mm, so ideally this King of Cups is somebody who is very loving, very emotionally and emotionally stable, okay, and emotionally stable and loving person. Okay, so I feel like this is what is going to be portraying to the outside world. Okay, one part of him may also portray this energy to you. Okay, and this energy of the relationship is down to earth, the relationship is deeply rooted. It's going to portray this energy of we are together, we are committed, energy. Okay, so it's going to project this energy of commitment towards you, and even whoever is looking at you guys from the outside will feel like this relationship is committed. Okay, but at the same time, you will feel like he is not making the right step towards commitment. The steps that you were expecting for him to make, he will not be making that. Okay, so there will be this false illusion that you know the relationship is stable, but deep down it is not really stable because he will not make that final step, to commitment, if that makes sense. That is why this card came out round and round. So this card is a card of going round in circles. Okay, somebody almost making you feel like you guys will get married or you guys will get committed, but it's always almost, but it's not getting there. Okay, that's the energy I'm getting here, and I'm seeing very very strong controlling attitude here. I'm also seeing some kind of obsession. um um this guy is coming to me, his energy is coming to me like an obsessive energy towards you. The need to control you as well is very very strongly. Okay, and I'm also seeing the energy of manipulation in him, in this connection. So let me pull one more oracle card. What energy is it bringing into this connection, or how would the relationship be? All right, so you have ascending, which this energy is good energy. Okay, ascending energy, you have photograph, and you have the chaser. So this actually confirm the energy of going in circles. So um in one aspect it will be showing as if you guys are maybe initially you will feel all the good feelings here. You will feel like you guys are actually like moving somewhere, but at some point there's going to be a break in the connection. And this looks like a Six of Cups energy. And then somebody's going to be reminiscing here. And after a while, somebody is going to come chasing you as well. So this is like, a circle, which is not, a good energy here. So this just confirmed that there's going to be like a hot and cold energy in this connection. But when it's hot, it will be like very intense. And then when it's cold, right? So I don't like the hot and cold energy. So hot, cold, hot energy, basically, is what I'm seeing here. Okay. So my advice to you is to get to know him. And make sure you're spiritually strong, because some guys are very funny. Okay. Pray to God and ask God to show you if this guy is the man for you before you sleep with him. Before you sleep with him, okay? Pray to God to show you who he is. Because when I tell you what I'm feeling, you will not believe it. But I don't want to say it. It's just like it's just like an intuition. I don't want to say it until I confirm it, okay? All right. Intuitive reading. Intuitive reading. I think you think you'll be upset. No, it has nothing to do. By the way, let me just say that it has nothing to do with you, okay? It has nothing to do with you. What I'm feeling has nothing to do with you, but everything to do with him. That's why I kept telling you that before you sleep with him, very important, before you sleep with him, make sure you pray first. Make sure you find out who he is first before you sleep with him. And the reason I'm telling you this is because of what I saw in your reading, okay? You got the nine of wands, you got the nine of wands, the 10 of wands, and the hermit card. Those are not good energies. Those are like, energetically, that's like a weight. That's like a weight that has been dropped on you. And I don't like that. Okay? Because I did ask how you're gonna feel in the relationship. Okay? So I sense spiritual manipulation from his side, if I'm to be honest. Yeah. Okay. I sense it. It's like the way I feel it as I'm talking to you, right? Is like when something drops on you and I'm feeling it like in my stomach. So yeah, it is. It is actually. Well, manipulation comes in different ways. Voodoo can come in different ways. But what I'm feeling is spiritual. Okay? Let me tell you something. Christianity is also a form of spirituality, in case you don't know. It's just that a lot of Christians they lie that they don't do these things. Everybody does it. And it's not, if you're doing it for the right reasons, like if you're doing it for healing, it's not really a bad thing when you're doing it, with the right mindset, right? If you're doing it positively, it's not a bad thing. Okay, it's spirituality. But I mean, it's not everybody that uses it for, you know. Yeah, that's why they don't. But this is the real life, the real world, basically. Yeah, you can actually use Psalms for positivity and you can use Psalms for negativity. Do you know that? You can even use the Psalms to curse someone if that's your intention. So it's the intention behind it that matters, not really the working. Because everything can be used for both, positivity and negativity. All spirits are dual in nature. Even the angels, if you look at the Bible, the angels protected and they cursed as well. They repaired and they destroyed, if you know what I mean. Okay, so all spirits have dual energy. They are capable of anything, both negative and positive. Okay, so spirituality can be used for positivity and can be used for negativity. Christianity can be used for positivity, can also be used for negativity as well. Okay. If you want to know, if you want to go spiritual, you can pay for a spiritual reading or a channeled message. Okay. Let's look into what is bringing into your energy spiritually, which is very important for you because I feel like when it comes to spirituality, his spirituality is higher than yours. Okay. Um, Having to be present often in church, like having to change. I think the burden will be okay of course, all those are present because if you see this energy, the emperor, it will want you to be very, very, up and doing when it comes to the church activities because I mean he's a pastor of the church and obviously you need to be also up and doing. Okay, so but he's going to come on a little strong. Okay, I think mine is different. What do you mean mine is different? Helping him in church. Okay, so my spirituality is not Jesus focused. Yeah, spirituality is not religion. Okay, I know what you mean. Your spirituality is, it doesn't really matter where the person is. If the person is a Christian, if the person is spiritual or whatever. What's yours? You're not based on religion, right? And that's true spirituality. Okay, true spirituality is trying to, tap into the spiritual realm as it applies to you as an individual. Okay, all right, trying to, connect with God but as it applies to you as an individual, if that makes sense. Are you working with any energies, Carmen? Are there any energies you're working with? So I don't feel any way about what others believe in. Yeah, me too. I don't. But I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking about this person's belief, right? I'm not talking about church activities. Physical. Those are the physical things you can. That those doesn't count actually. It's the spirituality of the person behind everything that I'm talking about. Okay, the spirituality of the person behind everything, behind what it does in the open and energetically is what I'm talking about. Okay, not just in prayer, speaking to God directly. Okay, I understand what you're saying. So if you have that gift, you need to go back and speak and ask Him to show you. You know, you feel connected to Ifa. Why? Are you like, are you initiated into Ifa? Or are you like close to Ifa? Anybody practicing Ifa? Have you ever checked your have you checked have you ever done any blueprint reading on yourself and check, what is your purpose in life? Why, what contract did you make in life, and um, you know, and the kind of spirituality you're supposed to be practicing as a person, as an individual, you know, and what spirits are attached to you. Have you actually like checked all that? That's the first thing you need to do if you want to be very spiritual. You need to know your forces, all right? And when you know your forces, you can know how to connect with them. Rita told me once that she's on my head. What is on your head? Oshun? Okay. Anybody can actually have Oshun. Doesn't really mean that if you have Oshun, you're connected to Ifa. And let me tell you something. Something that in my I found it out in my own spirituality. Like a lot of people do not, I've never seen anybody that has this information that I'm about to tell you. Oshun and some, Oshun, Yemaya, and that Olokun energy. Let me just say Oshun energy. Oshun energy is diverse. Okay, Osho energy is diverse. In the spirits, I've been able to realize that Oshun is different for different people. So I have seen that Oshun actually is a collection of spirits. Okay, Oshun is a collection of spirits, and each person's Oshun is different. Most times, um, yeah, it's a little bit different, and sometimes they have they have different names, but the names will usually start with Oshun, but Oshun preface. Okay, Oshun preface, but there will be a name attached to it depending on the person that the energy is attached to. That's what I discovered in the spiritual realm. So everybody's ocean in ocean may not be the same thing, if that makes sense. That is why you have to find out your own personal spirituality and you know what you need to do to actually raise your vibration and connect. If you're interested in connecting with those energy, I'm more interested in Ifa than Christianity. You can, well, don't get don't get initiated in Ifa unless you have that destiny to be initiated in Ifa. Okay, that's my advice to you. But that doesn't mean that you cannot get to know about Ifa. You can. So that's what I have for you, Carmen. I hope that helps. Um, um, for me, I do a blueprint print reading. Okay, I do a blueprint reading, and that reading talks about your oath of life, all the oaths that you made before you came into this life. In fact, um, your along with your taboos. Everybody have a taboo. Okay, especially people who have a calling. They came into this life with a taboo. All right, it's not everything or every food you can eat. If you really want to be spiritual, you need to check your blueprints, your destiny, what you're destined to be in this lifetime. Yes, I do that reading, and it's kind of pricey. More, that's my most expensive reading, okay, compared to the others. So that will tell you what you can, where your relationship gate is, um, what kind of man you're supposed to get married to. If there's something you need to do to get married, what are you going to do before you get married? What are your spirits? What kind of work are you supposed to be doing in this lifetime? Okay, go to the description box, okay? If you go to the description box and check, um, you will see a part that says book a private section, and then you will see heavy channeled energy reading. So click the link and you're going to see the cost of it, okay? So if you go to book a private section, you're going to see heavy channeled energy reading. That will take you to, um, you know, that will take you there. I think it's a 1 hour 30 minute section, but it's not a live section because it's basically channeled messages. Okay, so but I'm going to be. You can ask any question, like you can ask any question within that time, within that 1 hour 30 minutes. You can ask any question, and I'm just going to be dropping it for you. Like it's very it's very mind blowing and very transformational. Okay, yeah. So, but you can get any information that you want around that time. Okay. And I can also, so what's those spirits, right? Those spirits. that's how you I also use that reading to find people's spirit, right? Find their characteristics and their character. I don't like to really just name spirit just like that, okay? I don't like it because everybody have an ancestor, and everybody's ancestor have a name for the spirit that is attached to their ancestral lineage. Okay, so I do not just want like to like just name them, except the name comes up in the reading. But if the name doesn't come up in the reading, I will describe, you know, I will describe the spirit for you, and then after that, I may now give you a ritual to do for that message to come into your dream realm, your dream life. Okay, so either when I do, you know, during the reading or maybe after the reading, if you do the ritual, that the name may be whispered to me or maybe whispered to you. That's how I like to work, because that's how you know that, okay, for sure that this is the name of the spirit you're supposed to be working with. Sometimes the spirit may come to you and give you another name, if that makes sense. Okay, because let me tell you why that is important. Carmen, it's very important because the name of your spirit can be a code, okay, to accessing that spirit. So that is why when a spirit gives you their secret name, you do not need to expose it. You do not need to tell anybody, because when you tell people, they will go and use it to access your spirit, if that makes sense. Okay. So yes, the name may be whispered to you, and when the name is being whispered to you, you do not need to mention it to anybody. That is like a pin code to accessing that spirit that should be accessed by only you, if that makes sense. Okay. And that is why I do not accept the general name. Oh, you have Ocean following you. Sometimes it can just be Ocean, but being deep into spirituality, I've been able to realize that, you know, those are group of names. Those are a name for a group of spirits that have peculiar characteristics. If you really go deep into spirituality, they have their personal name, which, if the deity likes you enough, they will come into your dream realm and whisper the name they want you to call them privately. Okay. Okay, like for example, if someone does a reading for me, they will see that, oh, I'm connected to Yemaya. But the truth is that I am not. The name of the spirit is not really Yemaya to me. It's another spirit that looks like a Yemaya but is not Yemaya, has their own peculiar, energy, and have whispered to me the name, the pin code which I should use to address her. Okay, so that name is a name I know alone, and I do not call it in public, if that makes sense. Okay, I get most messages in my dreams more so when it makes it easier because once I tell you, okay, this is the spirit that is following you, the spirit will come to you. Okay, the spirit, you may say the spirit in your dreams, the spirit may whisper to you as well, may whisper to you even without your dreams. Okay. Hi, Pixie girl, how are you doing? Oh, Asen is you. How are you doing? So yeah, I hope that helps. I want to get more information about him. I feel like we will have a great sex. You are not understanding what I'm saying. You're not. But worried about having to be a first lady. You already know that you carry a certain form of spirit. Like you already know that you carry a certain form of vibration. I can already feel it in you. All right. This is the more reason why you should be careful who you sleep with. I do not want to mention anything here, but you have to be. That's why I told you before you sleep with him. Again, I'm saying before you sleep with him, make sure you pray for direction. Make sure you pray that you want to see his intentions and how you're going to feel after he sleeps with you. Okay? Because women who carry light are, let me not say that. Don't worry. Don't worry. But that's just it. Okay. I hope the reading helps. Okay. If you want more information, you can, you know, um, you can reach out to me. All right, guys. Donation is still open. If you're interested, you can donate by using any of the links in the description box. Okay. Okay. I think that I don't hold on. Let me check the description. Channel. I think channel message is like $30. Channel message in this live stream is like $30. Um. Yeah. But you can only ask one question though. So one deep question, channel message, $30. And the link is in the description box. Okay. So if you want to do a blueprint reading, all right, there is no need for you to pay for a channel message. But if you're not ready to get a blueprint reading right, around now, you can pay for your channel message. Okay. If you're interested in the blueprint reading, I can also do a reading, a channeled reading about this guy in question. Like everything will be involved in that reading, if that makes sense. All right. 1 hour 30 minutes. You can in within the space of 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 40 minutes, you can ask any question you wish to ask. Right? That's if you're interested in getting that now. But if you're not, you can just pay for the channel reading regarding the question you have now. Okay. Yeah. Yes, so if you're interested in getting the blueprint reading, you don't need to get the channeled message. Okay, I'll add that to your blueprint reading if that makes sense. All right. The link is in the description. I think I will do the channel message soon. That's a private channel message. Okay, the channel message in the live stream, right? Okay, no problem. I'll see you then. Thank you so much for your donation. It's highly appreciated. I'm coming.